Hello fellow stampers and crafters, this is Brandy. I am back with another birthday card. I had an idea, it just hit me right after work and I thought, oh, let me make this before I forget it, and I'll shoot a video on it. Made a cute little happy birthday card. Let's get started. I'm going to change up my card base this time. I have a very vanilla cut to 11 by 4 1/4, scored it at 5 1/2, and I have a very vanilla sheet to 5 1/4 by 4. I'm going to use that as my layer. For the background, instead of using a sponge dauber to make my little dots, I found an old, this is a Hostess set, and I'm just using the little dot, the circle from in there to make my circles. I'm using Melon Mambo, Bermuda Bay, and Pumpkin Pie. I'm going to start the Pumpkin Pie. I'm just going to make several random dots all over the page. I'm going off the side of the page as well to make it look like this was a full sheet of cardstock that came this way and that I just cut it down. I am next taking my Bermuda Bay and I'm going to make a few more dots. I'm going to have some of them touching. And lastly, I'm going to take the Melon Mambo and finish up with this process. I have next taken some of our Brights candy dots with the brad bases. I've taken one Bermuda Bay, I've already put it together, one Pumpkin Pie, and I was going to show how easy it is with the Melon Mambo to pop one of these right on here. Okay, I have a piercing tool, and I'm just going to get the point right up underneath one of the dots. It has its own little sticky glue dot on the back, so it grabs, it sticks very easily. And you just lay it on there. And before you mash it down, just get it centered. There you go. Simple, cute, and fun. I'm going to bring in a little mat that I use as a piercing mat. And I am bringing in a paper piercing pack. I'm going to bring in my dotted sheet. And on the side here, I'm just going to get this kind of lined up. And I'm just going to guesstimate, and I'm going to make 3 holes. And then I took a little over 6 inches of our white taffeta ribbon, Whisper White, and I just placed this on my ink pad and pressed it down in the Bermuda Bay until I changed its color. I'm going to take one of my little brads and I'm going to kind of fold it in half and stick my brad around it. I don't know if you can See what I did? I just stuck the ribbon through the brad legs. And I'm going to push the brad legs on through the hole. Isn't that cute? And I see my ribbon wasn't the hazard of not using a heat tool to dry your ribbon. So I'm probably going to ruin my card. But at least I'll show you what not to do. Okay, I went ahead and finished putting my brads on. As you can see, I made a huge mess. So this card is going to someone who loves me and won't care about the mess. I'm just going to take some regular Scotch tape, tape this down. I'm going to bring in my card base and my Stampin Dimensionals. And I'm going to place this in the center. I then took my Stampin Up set Curly Cute. I used the Happy Birthday greeting. I stamped it in Bermuda Bay. And I'm going to sponge the edges. I love this technique. I'm going to bring my Stampin Dimensionals back in, put one on each side. And placing that in the center. And look at my fingers. That is hilarious. Alright, here we go. A cute little happy birthday card. I think I can make this work in my favor. Later I could maybe take my ink pad and lay a corner down and make some other little lines on here to make it look like I did that on purpose. So at any rate, I've at least showed you what not to do. If you decide to ever ink your ribbon, be sure to let it dry overnight or take your heat tool to it so that you don't do this and this. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed watching me make this card. You can shop online at my Stampin' Up store, reasonstocelebrate.stampinup.net. Thank you again for watching. I'll see you next time.